Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Let me turn down my mic gain just a bit here while we talk. But yeah, welcome back. Another Berserk reading. It's been a bit, but what we left off on last time was a bit of a good ending point for Berserk, and it started with yeah, this last a little bit we read. It came to its crescendo. Oh wait, yeah, let me move over here. Its climax with the appearance of the emperor in his astral form. I don't know what you would call this, his apostle form, whatever you want to say. But he's like, fuck Griffith, fuck the Band of the Hawk. I'm gonna be the next emperor of the world. I'm gonna be the one in charge. Y'all are just fucking little bitches, little cowards. You just kowtow to the first fucking god hand that comes by and tells you to do your shit. So it turns out that the emperor of the KUSHAN has been building his own army, and the reason why he's been conquering the world, at least partially, you can infer is because of the God Hand, because of let me get some music going, by the way. This is by 5V, a Kentaro Mira Berserk Lo-Fi. Pretty good. Check out the channel if you want to. But so we have this this showdown. Guts and crew are just caught up in it, you know? They're just caught up in the noise of these two apostle groups battling it out, kind of seeing who's the better one. And with Guts' aid, him and Zod with sword in hand, and one of my favorite fucking thumbnails. I actually put it as the thumbnail, and I should have put this one honestly, but it's really fucking sick, this showdown. You've never seen Zod and Guts fight alongside each other, but this is why I put as the thumbnail for it for the last reading. Yo, what's up, Calvin? What's up, my man? And there's just something really fucking sick about this fight. But yeah, no, I mean, it's beautiful as always, animated. What do you expect when it's Berserk? But yeah, so Emperor gets cooked. The Kushan seem to have been defeated. They are done. The Daki Raka, the demon soldiers, are cooked, and the Emperor has been put back in his human form. His astral shit gone. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna read about 10 chapters today. We're gonna I love that, you scum, dude. I mean, the face is just insane. When you have the actual book in hand, it's crazy. I mean, I have one of the volumes here. We've already talked about this a million times. But like how beautiful the artwork is, there's something to it where it's just hand drawn is so much more perfect. I mean, it's utterly stellar with a hand drawn print. So I mean, you're not gonna get the best details here on the computer, but like this, the 5 members of the God Hand. Look how beautiful that is. It's so fucking well shaded together. Anyway, I could obviously suck the dick of this artwork all day. I usually do, but anyway, I just wanted to bring that up before we continue into the reading today. But yeah, man. Hope you're doing good, Calvin. I'm just going to be reading some Berserk this morning. I'll be at the climbing gym after that for probably an hour, hour and a half. Gonna have to walk the dog still this morning. I'll probably do a gaming stream this afternoon. That's what I was thinking. Probably like, I don't know, 2 to 6, because I gotta get up early for work tomorrow. Now, I'll probably stream tomorrow afternoon since my roommate will be gone again then too. I can get a little rowdy. But yeah. Anyway, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're enjoying your fucking day. Oh shit, I was thinking about this Australian accident the other day, this boat accident. You should look this up. You'd find this interesting. I think it was the Batavian or the Batavia, a Batavia boat accident off the western coast of Australia way back in the 1800s, so a long time ago. Very fascinating stranding, like where they got stranded there while other people went back. Believe it or not, this sounds fucking insane, but the captain and some of the closest homies, they made some canoes and they canoed all the way to Jakarta. I'm dead fucking serious, dude. It's it's insane what they did to go get help. They're like, well, we just gotta fucking do it, dude. We gotta risk it for the biscuit. So they got a bunch of fresh water, grabbed whatever fish they could, I imagine, and then made the fucking voyage. But how insane is that from Australia to Jakarta? Oh man. Anyway, I was fucking thinking about that the other day. I thought you might find it interesting since that's the homeland. But yeah, so we pick up with Berserk, and we have the soldiers here. They're like, what the mist? It's receding. The mist. It's pulling back. Lord Dava, the withdrawal of all Daga and Pishana is not complete yet. I cannot have the Jesus Christ, these words. Have the Harashana thoroughly force the Daka and the Pishaka. We cannot accommodate in time to suicide. We mustn't allow even one single creature to fall into the hands of the enemy. Oh, by the gods, I certainly didn't think that there was a man who could inflict a wound upon his excellence, Kshatriya of Durga. That's essentially the name for Guts' armor. I guess we heard this in the last reading. I am this is some of the lore I don't really focus on, but I imagine we'll find out at some point. But or who knows? I mean, sometimes some things are never fully answered, but essentially, this is another name for the Berserker armor. Apparently, this armor is fabled in KUSHAN as well, or at least this magic user knew of it. And that, to him, it was essentially the armor of a god that this god had bestowed upon humanity. Anyway, very fascinating thing. Fuck, I got poison ivy. I'm looking at myself right now. I didn't even realize that's why I'm itching. Oh, that's what you get for working Parks and Recs, dude. Get some poison fucking ivy. Alright, well, that's good to know. It's already bad. Holy shit. Yeah, that's gonna burn. That's gonna itch like crazy, but it is what it is. Hey, is it alright to... Sorry, I'm just now thinking about my fucking... my poison ivy. It's all in my head. Anyway, Guts and Zod beef off. Show me how you stand. I love that. He's like, what's the matter? Didn't you say something about settling a score? Show me how you stand. I'll tear you to shreds and eat you. If you can't, then it won't even get as far as a death match. And you see Guts, his hand. Oh, he goes. Mashes his teeth and uses the sword as a crutch to get him up. He stood up. Roderick's terrified. They're all just shocked. I love fucking Farnice's brother over here, Magnifico. Why is he alive? Anyway, I shouldn't fucking... It's just so funny, dude. The whole thing's so funny. But we get, let's kill him. It's the Black Swordsman. We're warriors. We came here to do battle. We didn't come here to devour our desires. And Guts is like, what do you do if I said Griffith is also here? Where is he? And Zod's like, well, why do you want to know that, dude? If you want to know that, it's a different story. We'll tear you apart, baby. And Guts is just like... Well, he's about to say something, but I guess Serpico fucking reminds him. He's like, it ain't the time, dude. We gotta go. And Guts is like, right. Yep. So it is. We ain't got no business here either, so get lost. And that's pretty fucking big. That's pretty fucking big right there. I won't stay on the recap too long here because we're already 10 minutes into recap. But this was huge that Guts actually he put Griffith. Where's Griffith? Where is he? And before he can push it any further, Serpico's like, dog, we're de-escalating this. Isn't that right? Like you would care about some pissing contest between monsters. And Guts is like, what? Shit, Serpico, you have a point. got no business here. So yeah, he puts that aside, his hatred of Griffith, to secure the safety of him and his companions. It's just a pissing contest after all. And as we end the chapter, for a moment before Guts slips into unconsciousness, he looks over and sees Griffith giving him the stare. And that's how we ended 378, man. Or not 378, 278. We still have 100 chapters to go, right? And Griffith, Guts gives a little look and he's like, all right, see ya. And we're gonna catch up outside the city now. We're going back to Vrittanis here, and we're gonna kind of get a nice viewpoint of the aftermath. Guts go on. But we get to see the whales that were possessed by the dark magic, the Daki Raka, these demon soldiers, the destroyed ships, and the mist receding from the city. What a scene. And we're back with Owen, one of the OG lords we saw all the way back from the Golden Age, when Gus was fighting for Griffith and becoming a member of the Band of the Hawk, eventually becoming a captain of the Raiders of the Hawk. But anyway, what a scene. That the naval base of the Allied forces of the Holy Vatican could be rendered to ashes in just one night. Even more Daki Raka. Due to the monsters that so crushed this place disappeared. The only things remaining are the corpses of normal KUSHAN soldiers. Beast. Does that mean that was a dream or something? Oh, the monsters of the night. Where did they disappear to? Where did Griffith's soldiers go? But anyway, we have all these people outside the city right now, kind of getting caught up, trying to figure things out. Orderly coming through, open a path. Yeah, so what the hell happened in that? All this chaos, can't tell a damn thing what's accurate. So wasn't this a KUSHAN surprise attack? How blazes could that be? With all these troops surrounding the city, not even a single rat could get through. Did you hear? The guys that escaped here were making this big fuss about monsters showing up. What should all we do? Oh wait, what should we do? All the bigwigs we're at some Indian party are nowhere to be seen. Like I would know. Anyway, all we can do is wait and see, eh? Is it all... Sorry. Is it alright to leave it like that? There might still be enemies in there. So where the hell are the main KUSHAN forces then? And as everyone's walking around, Blood and Guts is playing in the background, horses are moving about, they hear a sound in the distance that gets louder and louder. And one man notices on the horizon. There's something on the hill. Hey, over there! And they see these banners moving over the hill. Banners of the KUSHAN. Oh fuck. Anyway. Oh man. I have a report! The KUSHAN! At any rate, please, have a look with your own eyes! They look out the tower, staring down upon the city, and we get the head of the Vandemion family. His stare as he sees over the city an army of thousands upon thousands, horsemen, battle elephants, soldiers, archers, all coming to the city to lay waste to it. And in the front of this vanguard force, we see the Baki Rocket clan leader.
Young master, what do you intend to do? The Hawk's company has headed towards these lands without a doubt. Due to the small size of their army, certainly is not possible for them to affect any influence over the general tides of this battle. If that were to fail to reach the Great Emperor's ears, by our actions the KUSHANs could...
Yes, but you saw it for yourself, did you not? That was no human. Are we supposed to entrust the fate of our clan to a devil like that? Young master? The Baki Rocket master looks at him, wondering. When did they... Now we see it from, oh, sorry, just got a spam call. Now we see it from Owen's perspective as the army's moving in. When did they... Moreover, what an army! The Allied forces of the Vatican are surrounded. This is bad. Contact headquarters. Where is the commander? Where's our company? Move it. Look, I can't move. Wouldn't it be better run? Dumbass, fleeing before the enemy gets you hanged. This is no good. Rushing to battle under these circumstances with these forces, no matter how large. No, but rather precisely because it is so large, once we fall into chaos, it will get out of hand. So the Emperor has planned this. He knows exactly. The Daki Rocket with a surprise effect. And this is the main force laying down the law, dude. And now we see the Emperor himself, dude. His palace, his fucking entire motorcade here, Jesus Christ. Certainly, the Pishkasha that lead the way to these lands have almost been exhausted. However, they created a fine opening for battles. The thing that decides the progress of war in the end is numbers. Nothing else than overwhelming military power. Your Majesty, what are your orders? Wipe them out. And we see it. The arrows, and this is where you see something like Persian influence coming into the picture. When we're talking about the Persian Empire, the Kushanites, I believe, is another empire from the Middle Eastern region that makes up, modern countries of Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. A lot of the Middle East in general was owned by this massive Persian Empire. Before them, I believe it was the Assyrians, or was it the Abbasids? I can't remember. I think the Abbasids are after the Persians. Anyway, I could get all these historical countries confused, but the Persians were known for their walls of arrows just dropping down. They also were known for horseback riding arrow riders, which is a whole other thing too. But you see it here inspired in the Kushans, where they just unleash a rain of arrows that is said to blanket out the sun. You know, they... And then we get... After the rain of arrows, after that destruction of aerial force, you see the army charging, the cavalry going in headlong next to these battle elephants, which are having these massive towers installed atop them. And that beautiful last shot there. Now we're on chapter 280 here. And we're gonna fucking cook on. We get the battle elephants charging in, demolishing the troops, everyone just trying to flee. You see the crushed, mangled corpses, the destroyed swords, the battered and bruised men turned to mush in front of the elephants. And the cavalry charge in right after, finishing anyone off and protecting the flanks. You see these detailed men getting pierced through, dead in an instant. This is the brutality, the destruction of the KUSHAN Empire in full force. The royal troops laying down upon Vrittanis. The spears are up and the spearmen go in as well, charging in, taking on whatever force they can muster. You even see this commander on a horse. He's about to be cooked himself. This one as well. He's like, where do I even go in? Their spearmen are infinite. Their spears are innumerable. We shall fall down upon them with an unaccountable force. You see it here. I mean, these numbers alone, they're breaking them in spirit. Whoa! Fall back to the city! Back to the ramparts! We're gonna get crushed! The enemy has only barely pushed their battalions forward, and yet the way we are now, we have no way of posing any resistance. Last night's raid, throwing our chain of command into chaos, was nothing more than opening to complete the siege of Vrittanis. Open up! You can see now on the gate. They're closing and men are getting fucking thrown off by the dozens. Let us in! Damn it all! Are you trying to stop us? Once the camp was spread out, the outcome was already decided. In a battle between armies, once one side gains momentum, the flow of battle cannot be changed again. Annihilated. And you see the symbol of the holy I don't know what the religion's actually called. The allied forces of the Holy Vatican, right, will be annihilated. And you see the hawk crumbling here. And then all of a sudden, a lone arrow shoots through, taking off the head of a general. General! Specific arrows flying through and taking off commanding officers. A lot of the cavalry none the wiser, as their main commander falls before them, assassinated from far away. This man, surrounded by a field of arrows, picks up another and shoots it off again. Oh, he shoots off a whole clump of them at once, and they all spread out, hitting each of their targets at once. This commander, this lieutenant, this sergeant, anyone who has any authority is taken out and collapsed. How long are we gonna keep advancing? As long as we keep getting orders, so shut your trap and push. But if we don't change course now, as they're pushing these men, they charge past them. And stop! What is that? Stop! And because the horses don't stop the charge, because there is no commander, they tumble into the waters. What is this? They're freely falling into the moat? What in blazes are the cavalry doing? They're a disgrace to the KUSHAN. And you see all of a sudden, huh? All of a sudden the elephant's losing its shit. Some painted shadow watercolors into the elephant and then disappears and goes into another. What's the matter? I don't know. It just suddenly, and you see a fell at the bottom. It's one of Griffith's commanders, a member of the Baki rocket that was exiled. I believe it was a Baki rocket. I could be wrong, but anyway. The elephants all start freaking out at once, stumbling all over and losing control, and they start mashing the troops in front of them. Look at this! Look! This time the great beast! And they start attacking their own troops. What the hell is going on this battlefield? Young master, could this be? And the Baki rocket looks on, thinking, where is the White Hawk? And we see on the broken shore of the ships destroyed, there's a hand leading the men out and up these rocky cliffs. Who is that? Who are these forces? As the troops get mashed and crashed into each other, we have a palace soldier running. I have a report. Part of our cavalry and war elephant units have lost control and are sowing confusion among the battle lines. Can it be? Call, 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 call. Who is this man? Horsemen lining up one by one, carrying the standards of the White Hawk, the band of the Hawk itself, and Griffith at their lead. He puts down his helm, he lays out his sword, and they charge in. Surprise attack? It can't be. There's nothing but cliffs and precipice over there. There shouldn't be any place that can harbor troops. Stop them! The enemy are few in numbers, man! Spear up! All of a sudden, taking up the front are these men. The Lancers of Griffith. Those demon soldiers, apostles in human form. What are those Lance cavalrymen? They're pushing through like they're pushing through people like they're leaves. They aren't stopping. They're breaking through, heading directly for, well, something. And he's looking out, seeing the standard in the distance. Young master, check their advance. The enemy are but a trifling couple hundred knights. They're no more than a single unit's worth of our 10,000 men. Surround them. Get in battle formation. My God, what is happening? Because of our battalion, our response is slow to unexpected events. To think that a small force like this is pushing against our flank, and as he's thinking this over, trying to get his getting his command going, keeping the flanks in check, a shadow descends upon him. The shadow of Zod. And he shears through this man and all the others next to him, taking them down in an instant on his war horse. 2 axes on either side. And the demon soldiers, I don't even know what you call these, the more cruel apostles, descend upon these numbers and tear into them. General, we're being attacked from the rear too. We can't stop them. Monsters. Oh. He hears a collapsing elephant behind him. A war elephant felled. What could do that? And you can see a little bit of it here right at the bottom. But as the hammer descends down, it reveals the giants, one of Griffith's other battalions, taking down the giant elephants. The Jelliphants with ease. But we also have the archers, the cavalrymen, the giants, the demon soldiers themselves. What is that company? Our KUSHAN formation of 200,000 is being shredded so easily. The enemy are a few mere hundred several knights. It is impossible. Don't break apart, men. Imperial Guards face left. Fight them back. Hey, look. Around the KUSHAN command area. Our 10,000 man unit is cutting in. Where are these knights from? And Owen, now seeing the standard, he says, that flag. It's the flag of the band of the Hawk. There's no mistaking it. We have the Baki Raka as well, recognizing it now. That's young master. Griffith pushing through them. Their Knights formation tearing apart the KUSHAN army. What chapter are we on? 82? Okay. Damn! Our Imperial Guard won't be able to stop them. At this rate, even the throne! They can see them. They're pushing closer and closer. This is a classic. It's actually really funny how much of this, after listening to a few videos talking about this, watching some stuff as well, about the Alexander the Great army falling, how they felled the Persian Empire of the time. And it's just really funny. This was a strategy done, where Alexander, he almost killed the king once and the king got away, but every time he'd take a really risky charge at some point, and he would go straight for the king of kings, the god emperor, you know, the Persian emperor. Anyway, elephant handlers, quickly move the palace! I mean, this for beat sounds like their first the time they met on the battlefield, just tearing right to the fucking emperor and almost killing him. What are you doing? The elephants, they're frightened. They won't move. I love Zod just shows up and they're like, nope, we ain't moving. He screams, he goes, Rah! That's not that terrifying, but yeah, he gives a nice beefy scream and they won't move, dude. They're cooked now. They're cooked. So anyway, we have now Griffith circling the palace motorcade. It's over. The KUSHAN Emperor is surrounded. Look, the Emperor's moving palace. It's... Oh, they all are watching. Your Highness, please in the palace, the moving motorcade of this Persian emperor, this KUSHAN emperor, we have Griffith face to face with the KUSHAN emperor. This, you see him sweating, the emperor. I guess he's never met him. He finally sees the hawk. The hawk as the master of the reincarnate. He is absolute, an untouchable man. His body's shaking. I'm shaking. What? Me? The one who reigns over the largest empire on this earth? That is instinct. The one of a man in whose body flows the blood of hell. What a pleasant and refreshing voice. Just by being in front of this man. And everything becomes satisfied. At the same time, I'm starved and thirsty. This feeling, and you can see them taking on their astral forms, the hawk's astral form, and the emperor's as well. And between the elephants of the palace motorcade, we see the Baki Raka upper staff, the young master and his absolutely yoked bodyguard brothers. They crawl up to the top, and he witnesses the interaction between them. This feeling is maddening. You look like you are suffering. You see him shooting out his astral form already. He's sweating all over. Griffith offers his hand to him. You look like you're suffering. No, if I'm touched by this hand, I will sacrifice everything. Oh, he's about to come. He's about to bust. Zod walks in. He's like, yo, what's up, dude? What's up? And Griffith's like, nah, stop real quick, fellas. Stay back. I am the great emperor of the KUSHAN Empire. I will overrun these lands as the conqueror of all that is above the ground. I am he who takes away. Hence, there are none I lose to. I am the immortal devil. No matter what kind of hawk you are, to expose yourself alone before me is the height of folly. No bird while you regret. And he stares down at Griffith. Zod looking on, the soldiers ready. The Baki Raka young master watching as well.
I shan't slay you, but I shall take your nomen unmoving flesh. As my captive, have your beauty blemished and violated.
For a cage, the air here is a bit stagnant, it seems. The giants tear off the top of the palace, taking down the supports. The Bakiraka young master lifted with them. And they throw it off, crushing all the men around them. Don't worry, didn't crush our homies, our Bakiraka homies. But,
what do you think you're doing?
It smells of the tide. You see his men running in, everyone around it. He's completely surrounded and...
No! No! At this rate, I will scatter. I must maintain my ship.
His shape's gone. He's back to his human form, on the ground, groveling before Griffith. Well, not groveling. He's on his knees. He's not purposely doing it. He just got cooked by the wind.
Impossible. No, a coincidence. Did he discover my secret and summon the wind?
I love the Emperor here. It's like, oh yeah, I could have taken on Griffith. Like, how did he discover my secret? He's only a God Hand member. Can you pull back from me, Emperor? And the Emperor's like, oh. The Bakiraka leader listening as well. Certainly my sword cannot reach you. However, in this wind, you are also unable to steal any power either. We cannot capture you, who can change your shape into mist. However, if the Emperor were to vanish from the palace, you will not be able to regain control over this army ever again. You only invite chaos with your tricks. I think it would end in a mutual stalemate. Why? And the Emperor's just like guffawed, just like, oh. Thinking, listening to all this, ruminating, trying to process everything. Why don't we have our final battle at the royal capital? Gets up, looks Griffith in the eyes, bows his head, and says, very well.
The final battle shall be in my demon city. I will greet the Hawk's flight with a formation of extreme evil.
That's the signal rocket for retreat? Retreat, you say? Retreat? Retreat? What? We're retreating? Retreat? All units retreat! All units retreat now! They're pulling back. The KUSHAN are retreating? But why? Are we saved? It's a miracle. The army of the wings and the sword made them leave. Nice. Bring the crest bearer here. From which army did the men of that human come? Let me get, we have Griffith being celebrated, his men cheering on, the Bakiraka watching as their men retreat. Griffith takes off the helm, gives a little wink, a little cute smile, you know, like, hey, what's up, fellas? Yeah, I'm the best. But the fighting is over. We can now relax, breathe a sigh of relief again. The KUSHAN, they're pulling back. Dear God. Yeah. Everyone's cheering. I can't believe it. That a mere handful of knights drove off that whole army. No more than a few hundred knights beat tens of thousands, no hundreds of thousands of the KUSHAN. It's a miracle. What country does that division hail from? That flag. I know that winged sword and banner. I've seen it. Yeah. It's from the Midland Shooter 100 Years War. Oh, what were they? Oh, I know, dude. I remember hearing that they were like invincible against the Great Shooter Emperor. It's the Band of the Hawk. Yes, commanding them's that hero, the White Hawk. Woo! They all cheer as he passes by. Oh. They all cheer as he passes by them. Griffith gives a nice little stare. They're all inspired. Beautiful. A true femboy knight. A beauteous knight. There's no mistaking it. Owen's looking at him now, giving him the stare, the mug as well. That is Lord Griffith, the White Hawk, hero and savior of Midland. However, if that's true, that he was a man who, once he caught one's attention, if it's true that he was a man who, once he caught one's attention, one would never be able to forget. But this, it's as if he had an aura of a man never to be touched.
The gates are opening! The gates are opening!
What now? Make way, make way! It's the head of the Van de Meon family and his advisors by his side. They go to meet Griffith here on the battlefield. He says, "Oh my." Griffith looks down, stares at them, doesn't really look down.
Firstly, on behalf of all the leaders of the Allied forces of the Vatican, I must give thee thanks. My name is Federico de Van de Meon.
Yet, from whence lands came you? We are the Band of the Hawk, under the direct control of the royal dynasty, the Midland Liberation Army. Under the direct control of the royal dynasty, Midland Liberation Army. We shall declare it here. We ask that all armies that would stand as our distinguished citizens obey this life of ours, commander of the Liberation Army. Those who cannot swallow these conditions, we ask you to completely refrain from unnecessary interference with our country. And he's dropping the hard facts. Shut the fuck up. We're the Midland Dynasty. Hey, we know what you guys were thinking. You're going to go on a holy war, take out the KUSHAN Empire, and get some of that juicy Midland Army land, Midland Dynasty land for yourself in return. Make some deals with some of these lords. Give them their land, but they're under your control now. We know what you're doing, so fuck off. That ain't happening. If you don't want to help us liberate our homeland, then please don't interfere, okay? Don't interfere. Please don't. That's unnecessary. And they're all like, what? He just walks in, completely surrounded, and drops his big fat fucking cock. And they're all like, oh! And Owen's stunned as well. What foolishness, one of the advisors says, this guy with the mustache.
I don't know what in blazes this Liberation Army is, but the likes of a commander of a mere cavalry unit, from who the hell knows where, would brag his mouth off to us. Under whose authority are you pretending to act?
We are presently the one and only Midland Regular Army. So like a Midland Army, the actual Midland. We're the only Midland Army, okay? We are presently the one and only. That's whose authority. And you can see some knights now coming out as well in the back. There's some of the lords earlier that are trying to make deals.
What did you say? Make way, I say! Make way!
Make way! And these nobles are like, oh, who are they? The exiled nobles of Midland, my lord. My lord. And I love this so much. He's telling the Van de Meon head chief this, and he's probably thinking, oh, nice, they can just do this for us now. It's been a long time, my lord dignitaries. How fortunate to find us all in good health. White Hawk, incredible that you were actually still alive. Lord Griffith, mark my words now carefully. You have like one of the regulars of Griffith's army being like, it's Lord Griffith. Oh wait, no, this is him, my bad. I thought that was someone trying to correct him.
Lord Griffith, mark my words now carefully. You dare to say that a lord of common birth, leading a crowd, would be the one and only regular army of Midland? Who would possibly acknowledge such an absurd jest? For those of us of Midland with heritage, the regular army of Midland are knights who cannot be led by none other than those of us with proper lineage. I beg to differ. I would inquire of you former Midland peers of lineage. Now we got Guts' cavalry captain coming in. Whilst we of the Liberation Army
engaged the KUSHAN in fierce combat within Midland, upon which field of battle did those cavalry, led by your esteemed nobles, line up the bits of their steeds. He's trying to hit them with the, we were fighting, we were liberating Midland, and your asses were out here doing what? Wait, you were lining up your steeds where? Where were you fighting again? Oh, right. And one of the nobles is like, that's, they're all feeling accused now. Very basic principle behind the regular army is defend its patriots and citizens, precisely when the royal dynasty is in crisis. If you don't fulfill that responsibility, no matter how much you would dress it up with authority, it would be nothing more than a private army. And they're like, we are no mere mercenaries, we are lords. And you can see the lies are getting to this guy. He's like, fuck, he's right. This guy's enraged. Owen's like, yeah, he is correct. But my lord said earlier that you are under the direct authority of the royal dynasty. How can that be? Griffith just listens on, saying nothing. The sole remaining member of our royal house, Charlotte, is presently missing. It is not you lot who are dressing themselves up in false authority, Lord Griffith. Oh, boom, got him with the second one. Look, yeah, you're liberating the land, but you said you had Charlotte's orders, direct authority under the dynasty. She's missing, dog. Y'all ain't got nothing. And I've heard this, too. A rumor of your lordship being imprisoned for an act of high treason against the crown. You scum and treacherous criminal. Moreover, you dare to use the name of the royal family thusly. Can it be that you intend to ride on the chaos of this war to usurp the power of the throne? Griffith says nothing, stares on, not portraying an emotion, not giving anything away. This arrow flew true to its mark, it seems. He's proud of himself. The noble's got him, dude. He's cooked him. He's cooked him, bro. That is a misunderstanding. Oh! We hear her voice and then see her face. It's none other than Princess Charlotte herself. Lady Charlotte! They all gape. Their maws. Their maws wide open, jaws down and ready to gape. The Princess Charlotte. Can it be? Pardon. Please make way. I love that. The knees all need. That's such a good little fucking picture right there. They're all kneeling before her. The few lords that are here. Some of them bowing their heads, others in fear, astonishment, gratefulness. I love that they all bow. They're like, our queen! Oh. And all of a sudden, Griffith, puts his hand on her, reassuring her. They look at each other. They give the classic stare. Please. It's almost as if something is going on. Is he giving her confidence just by reassuring her? Is he manipulating her with magic? Or is this of her own free will? Please raise thine heads, all ye loyal subjects of many seasons. I, Charlotte Beatrix Marie Rhodey Wyndham, hereby announce as Queen of Midland, mine betrothed, the leader of the Band of the Hawks, Lord Griffith, in his appointment as Supreme Commander of our Midland Regular Army. Griffith's like, yeah, dogs, yeah. I ain't just the Supreme Commander. I'm the motherfucking betrothed. I'm betrothed to the Queen. Lord Griffith is Her Highness betrothed to Supreme Commander of the Midland Regular Army. They're all thinking this like astonished, bro. Their day it's kept on turning. They thought they were gonna die. They thought they had won. They realized it was the Band of the Hawk Griffith. He says he has the authority of the crown. They're absolutely, it's just twists and turns, and now they see their queen again. She is here in front of them and betrothed to Griffith. And he's the commander of our army. He's the future king. They're all, their heads are swirling. She's just like, from the bottom of our hearts, we plead for your assistance by our sides in the recovery. We plead for your assistance by our sides in the recovery of our motherland. Oh, Your Highness Charlotte, but this is all coming as quite a shock to our humble ears. I don't even know whether your Highness is unharmed or not. It's such a grave decision, made without our counsel. Forgive my saying so, but perhaps it is not perhaps a bit hasty. And Owen, he stops and he shuts him down. It is not for us, Her Majesty the Queen's subjects, to question her orders. Moreover, concerning this proposal, I'm afraid that Her Majesty the Queen is mostly thoroughly informed on the matter. No matter how we try to justify it, it is a fact that these last few years we have left our homeland and sought to lose ourselves in the neighboring territories. While we have been sitting on our hands, the one who delivered Her Majesty the Queen from the enemy's hand and swung his sword for the delivery of our motherland was none other than Lord Griffith and his band of the Hawks. Moreover, the fact that he is the savior and hero of the recent 100 Years' War is something that every citizen of Midland recognizes. It is my feeling that what would bring inspiration and strength to her subjects is not the nobles of lineage who have fled the country, but rather the young princess and her betrothed, the hero, the White Hawk, who would serve as the appropriate flag to fly. And Griffith, staring on, says nothing. Charlotte's like, whew! Like, she covers her mouth, is like, God damn, dude, you're gassing us up. Yeah, Owen's simping a little bit, but when you're in front of Griffith, it's kind of hard not to, dude. We, your loyal subjects all, obeying thy will, your highness. Everyone's like, oh shit, oh my god, it's getting a little wild here. It's getting a little crazy. What is this? The Midland Regular Army? If he is Her Highness's betrothed, then that man is Midland's next king. You see the Vanda Meon advisors figuring it out. I've never heard of such a thing before. On top of the queen being in top health, there's a regular army. With this, they have they have justified intervention, but yet only such a small army has amassed now. No, in the recent battle, we've suffered many losses. It would be a good excuse to simply retreat. But each country had already secretly made a pact as to the post-war division of lands and controlled territory. That's the big issue. They made all these plans, they made all these concessions, they made all these deals. And more than anything, a lot of people paid money for this army, for all those ships that burned, for all those men that died. They're all armored, brought out here and fed along the way, transported. And if they just restore Midland's empire, they're all poorer for the wear, while it's still a kingdom, it's still a country. They didn't want this. None of them wanted this. And the head of the Vandameon family over here, Federico, he's going to say, I would humbly speak with Her Highness Charlotte and his lordship, the commander of the Midland Army. Such a manner of speaking from a lord would indeed be just, if only he were addressing an army from another land who treads upon his native soil. However, this war is not solely Midlands. This is a battle that has continued since ancient times. It is a holy crusade between our allied nations of the Holy Vatican and the KUSHAN over the naming of our mutual God. Wait, it is a holy crusade between our allied nations of the Holy Vatican and the KUSHAN over the naming of our mutual God. Wait, so they all worship the same God, but they just have different names for it? Am I correct in believing that? And so we have transcended the framework of nations. Is there truly no greater glory than to stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side, as true believers under His Excellency the Pope, and wish for battle? So the big dick Vandermeer and everyone else is freaking out like, oh shit, we're about to lose everything here. And he's just like, look, man, we have the Pope. We got the Pope in our pocket, dog. What, what are you going to do? It's a holy war now. This transcends human boundaries. It's a holy war. And his little entourage is like, oh, truly, that is our great Lord Vandameon for us. And as Vandameon puts the law down, he's like, nah, we got the Pope. We got the Pope. You hear something in the background. Make way! As a carriage drifts into view. So the carriage drifts up, and you see our homie, none other than the Pope himself. Being escorted by Lord Mule and the psychic medium, yeah, the medium herself, his holiness the Pope. Everyone's astonished. They're all, the Pope! I've never seen the Pope before. You see people taking off their helms, their hats. Everyone kneels at once. They all collapse. God blesses you all. Excellency! You see the cardinals rushing up already. Why have you come to such a dangerous battlefield? Did you not receive the message warning you to remain where you were? My, the cardinal and his dignitaries. This must be the guidance of God. Lay off! Who are these brats? Lord Meal's he's like embarrassed that he's doing it. He's like, oh God, I'm gonna get my shit kicked for this. While the medium's like, lay off! Oh, that's her. Lay off! Lay off! Who are these brats? I love that. Lord Griffith! Charlotte's now kneeling, Griffith as well. And when the medium sees Charlotte next to her, she gives Charlotte a stare. It's like, ah, fuck, god damn it. And he's shaking. This must truly be the guidance of God. He was beaten to the punch, that man. He literally was. Just as he uses the Pope, he's like, oh fuck, something is about to go down. With this, no matter how he tries to smooth this over, he won't be able to argue back with the Pope. The Cardinal and his dignitaries. This must be Vandemion's brother. The one who actually heads up the Holy Vatican. The Holy See, all of it. He must do most of the work, all the legwork, while most of the time this Pope just kind of sits around, does nothing. More of a figurehead. But this figurehead, he's making some decisions, fellas. And he falls right in front of Griffin. Griffin unfazed, still kneeling. Charlotte like, oh! Everyone's like, oh! And there the Pope lays. And Griffith offers his hand. Please, raise your head, your high holiness. Oh, it is truly, with one look. I knew thee, your excellency. Please rise. How do you think this looks to the people? It is my supplication. Is it so rare a sight from a man of the cloth? But, First High Holiness, to act in such a manner before an individual. Might you know each other, perhaps? They're like, what the fuck's going on? I know him, I believe. This is the first time we've met, but I know him. What in blazes? What is going on? Why is His High Holiness doing that for that man? I love his mouth agape here. Forgive me, but can you just support me just for a bit? To all the children of God who have gathered here on this earth, please heed me now. And we have all these soldiers listening, the Vandemion family and advisors, the generals, the Midland soldiers, the lords, everyone is in attendance. I have been given a divine revelation. This Lord Hawk Light is our divine savior. Everything will be measured by this man's goodness. Divine revelation. Even the Vandemion head's like, oh god, Hawk of Light? Divine savior? Hawk of Light. Hey, I know about that. I heard a rumor about it. Something about everyone having the same dream. Hey, yeah, I had that dream. Me too.
Oh, that dream? Yeah, me too.
That oracle? He will appear, rending the black clouds apart with shining wings, the Hawk of Light. Hawk of Light, Hawk of Light, Hawk of Light, Hawk of Light, our divine savior! And the men cheer. They throw their helms. They raise their swords. They beat their chest. They holler with glory. The divine savior. And that is where we'll end Berserk. As always, guys, enjoy your days, enjoy your lives, enjoy whatever time you got left in your life. And always make sure to go berserk, baby! Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. There you go. Griffith is our divine savior. The Hawk of Light. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.